Hello, what's going on, everybody? This is WWE Down Under here, and this is the Raw review here for this past Monday on Raw. Now, I delayed this actually an extra day, and you might be able to tell I still sound extremely sick. It got really bad yesterday, and I was actually thinking I was going to delay this Raw review an extra day and have no videos today. But I've woken up a little bit better. I wouldn't say better, but I guess my voice is a little bit clearer, so I will get this Raw review done and a newsroom episode for you guys, just because I really like my subscribers, and regardless of this sickness, I'm going to try and get this video out there. Anyway, quickly before we get into the Raw review, guys, make sure you follow me on Twitter at WWE Down Under 101, and make sure you like me on Facebook /WWE Down Under. We've reached 127 subscribers. Thank you again to those who have subscribed, and I hope I keep growing in the future. So let's get on to Monday Night Raw and the order of how things went. And we opened the show with the John Cena versus Ryback WWE Championship match at Extreme Rules being made into a last man standing match. So it is official. Cena Ryback will go at it in a last man standing match at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. And Ryback actually chose the stipulation because Cena didn't really care what it was. Then we moved on to our first match, and it was Randy Orton versus Damien Sandow. Damien Sandow, before the match, probably doing one of the best promos I've seen on Raw in a long time. He sung Randy Orton's theme, but with different words, and gee, it was funny. You might have to go back and watch that. I'll actually chuck a link probably on the video and in the description, so you can go and have a look at that that song that Sandow sung, because it was quite hilarious. Anyway, Randy Orton beat Sandow, and I'm actually going to give you an overview of how the match ended. So Damien Sandow, I've actually got the overview, and it was like an anti-Randy Orton song, basically. That's what I've got from eWrestling News. Orton got the win with the RKO, and after the match, Big Show attacked Orton on the stage, knocking him out. So they're obviously keeping the Big Show Randy Orton storyline going there. Then we have R-Truth versus Fandango, and Fandango's original dancing girl was back, but I'm not actually sure why. Perhaps they've gotten rid of Summer Rae after what Jericho did with her last week. But anyway, R-Truth beat Fandango via countout. Jericho and Tons of Funk were ringside, like judges basically, and they keep giving Fandango 1s and 2s, and Fandango had enough, so he walked out of the match. Then we had Alberto Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler. This match ended in disqualification. Swagger and Zeb Coulter were on commentary for the second half of the match. Big A Langston pulled Del Rio out of the ring and tossed him into Swagger, causing the disqualification. That sent Swagger into a rage, and he quickly beat up Ricardo Rodriguez, Del Rio, and Ziggler with a ladder. So a big push there for Jack Swagger. Then we had The Shield versus Kofi Kingston and the Usos. The Shield winning comfortably. Dean Ambrose got the pin on Kofi with a headlock driver. And I think that is my new favourite finisher in the WWE. Go check out the match. Go check out that finisher, because Kofi sold it wonderfully. Then we had Antonio Cesaro versus Zack Ryder. Cesaro won the match easily with the neutralizer. Ryder got in almost no offense at all, and after the match was over, Cesaro declared that nobody in WWE can do what he can do in the ring. So a clear statement of intent, and perhaps he's directing that to the backroom staff as well, because we all know he has more talent than half the roster. Anyway, then we have a segment. Paul Heyman appeared via satellite to show footage of Brock Lesnar's invasion of WWE headquarters, and we saw tweets before the show and throughout the show of Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman walking through the arena, and now Heyman showed the footage of him following Lesnar throughout the whole headquarters, and Lesnar destroyed Triple H's office, but Triple H came to the ring and basically said that he doesn't care, and that he's going to beat him he said he's going to destroy him in the steel cage. So really looking forward to the steel cage match. Pretty good hype for once, actually, leading up to it, so I can't wait for that. Then we had some Divas action. Caitlyn and the Funkadactyls took on AJ and the Bellas. It was Caitlyn and the Funkadactyls winning over AJ and the Bellas. The Bellas walked out of the match, refusing to tag AJ, and then Caitlyn caught a distracted AJ with a spear to win the match. The Bellas obviously don't like how AJ is, and they let her go. Then we had Sheamus versus Intercontinental Champion Wade Barrett in a non-title match. Before the match, Mark Henry challenged Sheamus for Extreme Rules. Henry stuck around on color commentary. Sheamus bro-kicked him out of nowhere during the match, so when the match was over, Henry removed an EMT's belt and repeatedly whipped Sheamus with it. So, it was pretty pretty brutal. If you have a look at photos after the show, Sheamus was pretty beat up thanks to those belt shots to the back. So that was very, very brutal. Then we have here the final. Actually, this was the final segment, more final match of the night. The main event, Ryback versus Kane. Ryback got the win following a shell shock on Kane. After the match, the Shield made an appearance, coming down to the ring, bringing out Daniel Bryan to even the odds. Ryback bailed on the fight, but John Cena quickly took his place. Ryback returned to the ring with a chair and attacked Cena to end the show. So, a pretty average end to the show. It was decent. Probably, I don't know, apparently the ratings were down a lot compared to previous Raws. Apparently this was one of their worst in a long time, and I have to agree, I didn't really like it. Last week was pretty bad, but this week was even worse, I thought, anyway. But anyway, guys, that's it for the Raw review. You can hear my voice is starting to get horrible right now. I'm going to see if I can record that newsroom episode in about a few minutes so I can get this voice going again. I'm committed to bringing you the best content no matter how I feel. Obviously, if it was like last night, I couldn't talk at all, that I wouldn't have been able to do it, but I've gotten it out there regardless of my voice. And again, thanks to those who have subscribed, because I'm committed to bringing you the best WWE content, and I'll have the next edition of the newsroom coming up. But I'm thankful that I've actually been able to get this episode of the Raw review out, and I will catch you guys for the newsroom. Peace.